What is up, everyone? It is Lovenji Gaming here, and I am back with another Populous the Beginning multiplayer cast. It's really convenient as the players have paused at the beginning. We're going to be spectating red, but let's go through the players from top to bottom. This map is 4 walls. It's a very standard map that begins sort of one path and then opens up as the side doors and the back doors begin. Now, we have got as the blue tribe in the blue position. We have AvA's Med, more commonly known as Sponge. Playing as the red tribe, rotated to the green position, we have Corazon Tas, also sometimes called Resurrection, or Danny. Playing as the yellow tribe in the yellow position, we have Gods of Destruction's Spinnifix. And allying him, green tribe in the red position, so it's green and red that have been rotated for the purposes of allying clanmates. It is Gods of Destruction 2Slow4You, also known as Loot Hill, the notorious bird view player. So as I said, you can see this map sort of starts out the same way. You're going to see tower plans coming down from both sides. They're going to be pushing towers forward, trying to control the center. You'll see side doors coming across these parts of the path here. That's why these little bits are sticking out, and that goes both ways as well. So your side door defense is equally as important. And as you can see, as is typical for a lot of Populous the Beginning maps, you're going to be seeing a lot of earthquaking. Now we can just see the players building up their bases. Spinnifix is creating work for me because I'm going to have to censor that out. Here's some of these side door defenses that I was talking about. You see these towers, just give them a little something. Fire warriors will shoot down and slow shamans down. Very rarely will they stop the shaman getting in, but they'll force an EQ on this strip instead of much further into the base. Towers here are important, as is this. You've got to have your Fire Warrior hut at the front to get Fire Warriors in time. You do build a secondary Fire Warrior hut in your base, as you can see here. But it's important to have this one here so that your Fire Warriors are at the front line in time. And you can see that Med is not doing that. He's also building his Fire Warrior hut in a position that I don't like. He's building it here. I don't like the Fire Warrior hut here because it is more exposed than if you put it down here. But if we just look at the bases, as you can see, as is standard, plenty of trees remaining for all players. A little bit of bush burning going on in yellow's base. But the bases are going up. The Braves are building. Huts facing each other so that they upgrade more efficiently. We don't have a Fire Warrior hut coming out for Loot Hill yet. He hasn't even got the plan for one down yet. Put it slightly further back. That might even be it there. Or that's a standard hut. Yeah, it's a standard hut looking at the size of these. And you can see the dismantling is going already. So when you dismantle a hut, the bar will fill back up instantly and produce a brand new Brave. So you can see what he's doing here is he's ordering these huts to dismantle. The Braves are taking the wood out and then putting the wood back in to complete the hut a second time. Med is going for a sneak attack with his EQ. Red also has an EQ, but Med has been caught and he is blasted into the water. Red should back off now. He doesn't want to die at the same time. There's no Fire Warriors at the front, so they're feeling very exposed. This Fire Warrior hut still isn't done yet, so Med should not have pushed out without the defense. Should never push unless you have the defense, because these two players are going to have Earthquake. Spin's blasting Loot Hill forward, and Loot Hill's clicks are good. He kills Red. This could be a quick game now, as both shamans can just walk directly into the base. Med is up. He's got to stop Loot Hill now, but can he do it quick enough? The blasts are being thrown out. Loot Hill does not want to waste his Earthquake. Loot Hill throws down his Earthquake, and both shamans actually get out alive. Blue's base is going to be an absolute nightmare with that damage now, and it even took out the warrior hut that was being built on the front line because it only had one wood. So that's a lot of damage ground, and blue dies again. It's not a good start for the AvA player, as the Gods of Destruction run rampant, living up to their name. This Fire Warrior hut still isn't complete, and in fact the reserve Fire Warrior hut completes before the first one, defeats the point of this Fire Warrior hut. If you're not going to build it quickly, don't build it at all. Red dies again. He is no match for Loot Hill. So Loot Hill once again secures another Shaman kill for himself. Red is sitting at 0 and 2 at the moment on Shaman participation. He's getting a Fire Warrior. He doesn't know what to do with him. Gets him into the tower. Good, not direct blasting the Shaman so that she doesn't go flying forward, but instead goes down. And most of the damage is full damage when it comes to blast. So getting the Shaman to fall down that extra little bit can make the difference. And you can see Spinnifix is planning to play aggressively. There's 2 warrior huts already built on the front line. He's got his Fire Warrior hut in the back, nice and safe. He's got his defense up. These towers really need filling. Loot Hill is only just completing his Fire Warrior hut now. He doesn't have any warrior huts as of yet. But he is dismantling like a madman. He has got mana flowing in. Spinnifix was watching. He blast med further into the base though. The first EQ goes down. It's going to go down on both of those warrior huts. We want to see if that looks good for him. He gets one of them, but the second one is fine. But Met is not dead. And in fact, he kills Loot Hill in a blast exchange. This second earthquake could hurt Loot Hill severely. Now, of course, Spin has moved backwards to deal with Med, and that's given Red an opportunity to get into the base. Red only has 1 earthquake, though. Red's going in. It looks like he will not be stopped. Oh, very almost. That Brave very almost pushed him into the water, but he's looking dangerous. Tornado is used. There is 1 earthquake left on Red Shaman, but we got to see where she uses it. We're going to go into bird view so we can see what happens. Little bit of lag there. Lakai is called. Blasts are good. Oh, Corazon gets out alive. But Loot Hill's looking a bit injured. Nothing a little bit of dismantling will not fix. It's the slow Fire Warrior hut that caused this attack to be so successful. These towers weren't filled. This Fire Warrior hut had only just been completed. Both Shamans walk in. Gods of Destruction get a little bit arrogant at their Shaman skills and the success they found early on and neglect their defense and are punished for it. So we're going to be seeing the Gods of Destruction players mostly repairing the damage that's just been done. You can see the land bridges being cast for the expansion, the extra trees already. That's really good land bridging from the green player. You can see a little bit of patrolling. They're trying to build out that front. Blue's base is being built so slowly though. Red's base is almost done. Yellow's base is absolutely done, and he did the smart thing. He's got a warrior hut back here because he knew he couldn't protect this front line anymore. Plenty of land bridging coming out from Spinnifix, helping his ally out, giving his ally plenty of place to put towers down and wall himself in. Med is pushing the front, but there are now Fire Warriors in the tower, and you can see the difference it forces an earthquake on the defense. That's not a bad earthquake at all. Takes down a hut, really messes up this land. It's going to lower the height slightly, so this tower is going to be even less effective. Spinnifix has been playing with land bridge in the meanwhile. He's created a nice little hole as well. And in the meanwhile, Loot Hill is just absolutely conquering the Shaman battles at the moment. It's unstoppable. He is keeping his trees harvested. He's barely killed any of them, despite being earthquaked twice. His base is looking good. He's still dismantling, still increasing his population constantly. He's just killed a tree the moment I complimented him on not killing a tree. As you can see, Spinnifix is really creating quite a wall. This will get covered in towers and it will protect the side. There is no side defense from Loot Hill, so if these two tribes were smart, they would have sided into Loot Hill, but it's going to be much harder now. With this extra land created, the towers are going to go up. You can see the plans down already, barely. Braves are being sent to the plans. They're not going to be very effective. Only 65 population total from the red player. Oh, but Spinnifix goes down. He gets both of his earthquakes off. And they're damaging earthquakes. The defense is getting absolutely trashed, but he goes down in the trade. I would say this is the opportunity for the other two players to push the Gods of Destruction, but it doesn't look great. Red's only just coming back from his base. A couple of Fire Warriors patrolling at the front, trying to make up for the fact that their tower defense has just been absolutely ravaged. And as you can see, as we mentioned, there are towers going up everywhere for Loot Hill. 1 minute, he says. He just needs to pause. So let's take a moment to assess the battlefield while the game is paused. Loot Hill took some damage, but he is not feeling hurting. A little bit of playful arrogance from the AvA player. These huts are being dismantled, which is why they haven't upgraded yet, but other than that, the huts that are not being used for dismantling are being upgraded nice and quickly. Spinnifix's base is pretty much not upgraded. He's been probably focusing on I forgot my words because I'm reading the chat. So, Spinnifix has not been focusing on upgrading. At the start of this game, the Gods of Destruction said EQ per Brave. They were having a bit of a laugh, but it seems to be their game strategy, according to Med. It's actually truthful. It's just going to waste EQs, no mercy, damaged ground everywhere. A little bit of population sharing from the players. We'll see if they're truthful. Or if they give any answer at all. But Med has prioritized upgrades over dismantling. As you can see, he's got quite a few upgraded huts. 87 says Spinnifix. GG says Med. Dang says Resurrection, sitting at 74. Loot Hill is of course AFK because he's the one that paused. Oh, 64 from Med. That is not looking good. The double EQ at the start really cost him. His slow fire warriors. Very bad. So we're seeing some very good dismantling out of Loot Hill. Tornado goes down on the only tower that had a fire warrior in it, but it does not matter. What's the point of casting a tornado on one tower when you lose the Shaman duel? Med's not watching his ally, hasn't warned him either. What a blast from Loot Hill. Loot Hill is playing absolutely out of his mind in this game. He is doing great work with his Shaman. And as you can see, the towers are going up. He needs to get them filled, but otherwise they're being built. He's not training any fire warriors. He's only got 2 idling by the hut. Tornado goes down, stripping out the defense, putting tornadoes down on these early huts so that the fire warriors hiding inside don't catch him off guard. Ghost Army goes down to distract the tower. Red Shaman has respawned, but what is going to happen in this time? Loot Hill is in battle with a Brave, and Spinnifix is going for the side door, or for half a side door. Nice tornado from Red to throw himself down the hill. But Spinnifix saves himself with a land bridge, but then gets picked up by the tornado a second time. Loot Hill land bridges his way into Red's base. Red is almost dead. Spinnifix is dead. Green goes down, but so does Red. The only Shaman left alive right now is the blue Shaman. What can she make happen in this situation? Probably not very much. Loot Hill is just now noticing that he has got a whole bunch of towers and absolutely no fire warriors. So he's getting some training done, I hope. If I was blue, I would just ignore all these towers and just walk right in. Oh, and that's why I would be dead if I was blue. There's fire warriors hiding in a hut. Empty towers, he thinks, and he wastes an earthquake. That's really not a good earthquake, let's be honest. Oh. RNGesus wanted to prove me wrong. It gives him the hut. It damages 3 towers. Loot Hill is alive, though. He's probably not going to get much deeper in. Second earthquake goes down on the wall of empty towers. Shakes a couple of them down. We'll see whether the cut is good. The cut is absolutely awful. That is the worst possible outcome for that EQ. Little bit of handbags in the middle as the Shaman's trade blast, but not directly. Lightning gets Spinnifix. I thought it had missed. Second lightning needs to land on Loot Hill. Oh, Loot Hill pulls out the cheeky lightning of his own. Med gets the light on Loot, but not before he dies to the fire warriors. All shamans are dead. Chilean animal, says Spinnifix. Of course, Loot Hill is Chilean and is playing so well. It's a compliment. Trust. Spinnifix is just filling out the middle. He's decided that all of the middle is going to belong to him. We've got a light and swarms charging at the same time for the resurrection task or Corazon. Med is sending fire warriors to the front. He needs to be doing so quickly. It looks like all the shamans are up. Here we go. They're returning to the middle for another round of handbags. Making land, says Med. Let's see if he does it. See how well he does it. Can he do it? Ugh. Gross. Gross. Really inefficient use of 2 land bridges there. If you build towers on that side strip, you can get so much more space. Lands bridging either side of the hill. Of the little island. But it looks like it's going to give the Gods of Destruction an opportunity to push in here. They've killed Red Shaman. They're pushing forward. They're using Ghost to distract all the Fire Warriors. Tornadoes are stripping the defense back. Blue is probably feeling so exposed right now. But nowhere near as exposed as Red's going to be with both Shamans going towards him. Ghosts are distracting the towers. Warriors are charging forward, getting into combat with the Braves. A lightning does take out Spinnifix. But not before Green throws down an EQ and Spinnifix gets one off as well. Takes out that Fire Warrior hut. Sets fire to this Warrior hut. Blue and Red are alive, but they've got to make something happen. Both of the Gods of Destruction are dead for now, but if they don't make anything happen, then that's pretty much a meaningless effort. Fire Warriors have started to be put into these towers at this point. The defense for Green is getting better each and every time that they attack. Green was so slow with his side defense that a side door really would have paid dividends for the Team 1 that was trying to get back into the game, but at least those EQs sink 2 towers. That's something. Still not efficient mana, but if you're trying to buy time, it's going to buy you some time. We're going to be looking, it looks like Med gets caught into combat with a Brave. He just quickly blasted away. None of that, he says. And we're looking at Red, who's just going to clean away another tower. Spinnifix is looking to be land bridging his path to make his base more accessible. And Med goes for the side door. He gets Loot Hill with the light. Very impressive, but Red has died to Spinnifix. Oh, I got tricked by the Ghost Shaman. Spinnifix is actually going for the back door right now. Blue is running. His population has been told to get the heck out of there. Blue's coming back. The Fire Warriors are coming. Are they going to stop Spinnifix? They just might. Oh, the volcano goes off. We're going to see if the volcano gets frozen or if this is going to do a whole bunch of damage. Blue's walking right into the center of the volcano. He's land bridging to try and freeze it, but that's not how you do it. The lava goes everywhere. Look at that damage. Oh, that is not good. But of course, yellow now has a back door wide open. Blue's starting to walk down it. Fire Warriors are on their way. Population running away. Warriors, 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 that is. Oh, Red kills Green. He's going to apply pressure to Green at the same time that Blue is now advancing down the back door of Yellow. This is starting to really open up, and this is what I mean by the path. The map starts one path, but really opens up towards the mid-game. This is a map where Firestorm can start to pay dividends, and if Spinnifix is playing with Volcano like that, you can bet he's going to be having Firestorm soon enough. A Lightning takes out Med. I didn't see if it was an S-click or an aim, but that's opening up. Red is going for the side door very slowly, and he's going to get caught by the towers. Spinnifix needs to make something happen here. He's pushing down, but his defense is weak. He needs to run his population away. He is running his population away. Med says he's got no troops, and it is true. He has got no troops. Yellow's warriors are just going to pour in at this rate. Red goes down. He gets caught by the Fire Warriors, thrown into the drink, But blue respawns just in time to stop Spinnifix doing any major damage. This map is getting chaotic. But that's not enough damage from the red player. Spinnifix's base is still looking fine. He's still looking like he can just troop blue out of the game, and that's exactly what's happening. Look at the warriors pour in. They're just going to keep coming. Blue's got absolutely no troops. We want to see some spells out of green here. There's an earthquake. Good. The defense is being taken out. Green does go down to the fire warriors, but his EQ does go off, doing plenty of damage, cutting the hill, making it more of a pain to get in. As you can see, red is retaliating by trying to troop yellow out of the game, but yellow's in a much better position, and yellow's got plenty of troops. What blue has left is just a couple of fire warriors, and they will not hold the line. As you can see, the huts are being torn apart slowly. Red really needs to make something happen on yellow's base. It looks like yellow is alive, and yellow has gone to the front path, while blue is going towards the back path. Pressure on both fronts for yellow means he has to be careful. 2 lights missed. Oh, a total of 5 lights. 2 from Spin, 3 from Resurrection. And Resurrection and Spin both go down. But as you can see, Med is about to die. He is very low. There he goes. He loses the Earthquake. Lakai, not good enough. He actually loses the Earthquake. Med is training a warrior at the Warrior Training Hub. And the troops are just pouring in. I got out, says Med, and it's probably correct. Med's base is being torn apart. The population he has in Red's base is literally all he has, as all of his huts are being torn to pieces by an endless wave of warriors. A really good transition out of Spinnifix. And now you can just see Loot Hill once again. He secures the Shaman kill. He secures the other Shaman kill. Loot Hill is unstoppable right now. He's going to throw down some swarms. He's just going to blast, and while blue just has to watch his base die, he's going to push into red. Everything that Team 1 has is now in this small, isolated red base. There'll be a backdoor coming from green soon enough if green tries to camp. What is red doing? He's just dying again and again and again. He didn't get the damage on Spinnifix that he needed to, and that lets Spinnifix troop blue out of the game. Gods of Destruction are living up to their name. They are playing like gods. They are destroying everything in their path. EQs go down. Red is able to kill. But with the troops, with the Braves running around at the front, they're really so close to being caught by a firestorm, and that's all it will take to send all of that population to an early grave. It's one firestorm. Red actually wins the blast duel with Spinnifix, and that is a saving grace. But all those warriors that just removed blue from the game, here they come into red space. Warriors, and warriors, and warriors. This is an unstoppable tide of yellow warriors with support from green. Red calls the GG. It's looking over for Avenging Angels and TAS Alliance. Gods of Destruction live up to their name and perform exactly that. Total destruction on this version of Four Walls. Bring up the stats for you. The game took about 21 minutes, but it really was that volcano and Red's failure to do the extra damage to Spinnifix during the attack on both sides. Blue died done in a couple of ways and probably died with some spells. There they are. There's the spells that I was talking about. Too little, too late from blue, as red is down to 39 population. Warriors causing absolute havoc. There's the other firestorm. 2 firestorms and an EQ. Blue's population putting out a valiant defense, but with all these men with swords, it's not going to last terribly long. Red is out the game. Blue is out the game. Gods of Destruction are going to be victorious, and all that's left is for them to clear up the remnant pop. Hear the sounds of battle as men start to fight furiously. Warriors just tearing population apart. Oh, resync. We get to watch it all over again. And there goes Blue. Blue has been trooped out of the game. It is Red and his 21 population remaining. Red's doing what he can to kill his population as quickly as possible by ordering them into combat with the warriors. But of course this combat on the slope here is very, very slow. Red goes down, and he's got 8 population remaining. They're hiding on the hill. They're stuck in combat with a warrior who is trying to climb the hill to fight them. These frays will be the unending tide. They've killed so many warriors by pushing them into the water. It's so funny. They killed way more warriors than they have any right to, but this is the last 3 population, slowly making their way up the hill. 2 population left. 2 population left. And there it goes. That is the end of the game.